The Morgan Report with David Morgan.
David Morgan of themorganreport.com for the week ending 23 December 2022. Well, the next to the last podcast, weekly perspective for this year. And I'm going to try to keep this one brief. First of all, you're looking at the website. I've said it many times. You can click the yellow bar. But what I want to point out here is on the blog tab, you have three pull downs: the blog itself, Anchor Podcast, and TMR articles, which you just added. So these are articles either by myself, interviews, for example, USA Watchdog here, and several by John Forrest Little. John is a contributor to the Morgan Report, and you may not agree with them, but there's some very interesting articles here on Substack titled under the Morgan Report. Most of them are written by John Forrest Little. So we're near the end of the year, and I thought it's a good time, and I do this about once a quarter, to kind of go through what the playbook looks like for the metals and also oil. So year to date, 2022, aluminum is down 16%, cobalt is off 27%, copper is off 15%, lead is down 7%, nickel is up 38%, tin is down 40%, and zinc is off 14%. Gold from the beginning of the year till now is down 2%. Palladium is down 10%. Platinum is up 2%. And silver is flat. And the gold-silver ratio has changed by 1.6%. Been all over the place, as we know, but from the beginning of the year to right now, 1.6% is all. The HUI index is off 14%. The XAU index is off 11%. And the dollar index is up 9%. Crude oil is only off 1%. Heating oil is up 35%. Natural gas is up 75%. And gasoline, which I don't believe, but it's off 3%. So that kind of gives you a rundown from the beginning of the year till now, what the minerals have done and what crude and heating oil, natural gas have done. So this week I'm going to start off with the SSSI Silver 7 Index. These are 7 primary silver producers, top 7. You can probably figure out most of them on your own. What I want to point out here is that from October until present day, these stocks have been in an uptrend. This is important. The stocks usually lead the metal on major breakouts, and silver has done well of late. It's kind of backing and filling here. I do expect some correction, hopefully a small one. But I think it's interesting that the silver stocks have actually done fairly well for the last 3-4 months. And this line will probably get tested and it could break it. And if that's true and it breaks the uptrend line, then it's going to have to reconsolidate and come back up. But I think there's enough momentum here that even if it does break, that we'll see more upside into the next year. So I'm looking for good things in the precious metals in 2023. I'm not overly exuberant at this point, but with all that's going on in the bond market, stock markets, real estate market, and happening in the physical economy with food and what's going on with crop damage and fertilizer and everything else that you're aware of, certainly it portends for a very interesting 2023. And this is from the CNBC earlier in the week, December 22nd, gold at 4,000, question mark. Analysts share their 2023 outlook as inflation, recession, and fears linger. I'm not going to read you the whole article. It said, various people that they surveyed, the price of precious metals could reach between 2,500 and 4,000 sometimes a year. Keener told CNBC Street Science Asia, and that's an opinion, and it's as valid as anyone's opinion. The bank analysts, none of them that I've read are that high, but I certainly wouldn't rule out 4,000. I doubt it, but somewhere in the 2,500 level, I think is absolutely achievable next year. But there is a time when all hell breaks loose and these metals are going to run like crazy. I don't think it's next year, but it could be. Well, taking a look at silver, this is from Photovoltaic Magazine, PV Magazine. All they want for Christmas is 400 gigawatts of solar installed in 2023. John Fitzgerald Weaver wrote it. It's a pretty good article. You can look it up and read the whole thing. talking about how much solar has been installed in 2022, what the projections are for 2023. And I think I'll close with this, maybe some comments about the holidays, but this is a big shock. This is, again, another YouTube video you might consider watching. It's on the Elon Musk Zone is the channel's name. And the title of this is Elon Musk, all cap, all new hydrogen car shocks the entire car industry. So this video, I'll watch the whole thing, goes through Elon's making a U-turn, making fun of the hydrogen idea for quite some time. Made a U-turn, said, no, it's a good idea. We're going to do it. I think it starts in 2024, if I remember the video enough. Point being that those that are in the know that read the latest issue of the Morgan Report, and you can find it from other sources. We sourced it. But the amount of lithium that would be required to for everyone to go EV is impossible to get in a timely manner. The amount that's required is unbelievable amounts, especially in years of mining. It would take in the thousands of years, believe it or not, to get enough lithium, if and only if you were to go axe fossil fuels or hydrocarbons altogether and go zero oil, all electric. But that's more of a thought experiment, but it's a very important one because Elon's probably now aware of the fact that he's got to do something else besides lithium or other battery metals, because all the battery metals are in the same basic position where the amount of mining required to get enough to go electric is physically impossible to do in a timely manner. You don't have hundreds of years to put this system into effect. So nice, interesting, upbeat type of look at the hydrogen market. I'll leave it to you to watch the video. So I'll go ahead and sign off rather generically and wishing you a joyous holiday season and most prosperous and healthy new year. This is David Morgan for the Morgan Report, signing out.